Oh, how fabulous. Hi there. Welcome to How Fabulous by Toni and Co. I'm Toni, and in today's episode, I have a chat to a very, very fabulous woman by the name of Cath Jamison. Now, Cath has the very fabulous title of Australia's leading female magician and mentalist. Wow, who else can say that? Not I. And she is actually a magician and a mentalist, and a real one. And it's really fascinating. In our episode, she does tricks on me. And yes, you'll hear me scream because it just blows me away because I was watching her like a hawk. Cath and I met quite a few years ago now. I saw her up on stage actually at a charity event. I was attending a ball and I thought, oh, isn't she fabulous? Anyway, we went outside and there she was and we started talking, and then that was that, and we kept in touch. And I love her story. She's fascinating. I mean, who joins the, who learns how to be a magician? There's that at the beginning. So we hear about how she started way back when, what inspired her, not how she does it, she doesn't reveal any tricks. But you'll hear about her life. The very fabulous Cath Jamison. Hello and welcome to How Fabulous by Toni and Co. I'm Toni, and today's fabulous guest is the very fabulous, I'm going to use that word again because she is so fabulous, Australia's leading female magician and mentalist, Cath Jamison. Yay!
Hi, Toni.
Welcome, Cath.
Glad I'm here. Oh, glad I'm here. I'm really happy I'm here.
I'm really happy you're here.
I'm so glad I'm here.
I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in, and I know you're really busy because you're doing all these fabulous shows and being an entertainer and a magician and everything else around a lot of places in Australia and beyond when you can. I know that. So thank you for being here today. I really appreciate it. I actually feel very honoured that you've chosen to come on to my little show because you're actually very famous, very humble. You've done a lot in your career, and I'd love to unpack all of that and work out how the hell you got into magic. Do that again because I love that.
Okay, magic.
Oh yeah, that's the promo right there.
Yeah, I've got to teach you how to do magic hands.
Yes.
So
okay.
Everybody can do this out there.
Okay, tell me.
So you put this hand up like this, and you put this hand like this, and pointing with your finger. That's it. Probably not the stop sign.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's probably like don't come near me. But like this, right? And put your sexy face on, and you go like this.
I don't know if that's sexy.
That's beautiful. I know you've done the magic hands. Yes.
Oh, it's that. Let's do it. So you've had years of practice. Yours is much better. That was a little bit like wobbly hands or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
So you're Australia's leading female magician and mentalist. I mean, that's a big title. It's a lot of responsibility, Cath. How the heck? Tell us, way back when. So we will go into what you're doing now because it's fascinating what you're doing. I know you're touring regional Victoria and beyond. But how did you get into being a magician? I mean, that's a really interesting career path.
Well, I got a magic kit when I was about 5, when I was a kid, and I never looked back. I loved it. And I got this particular book that's in your hands. The Boys' Book of Conjuring was my first magic book. Now,
it's amazing. Look at the beautiful illustrations.
I love it.
It's just beautiful.
And there was no girls' book of conjuring. It was all boys' book of conjuring, because the girls' book of you had girls' book of knitting, girls' book of horse riding, but there was no girls' book of conjuring.
Book of cooking, was it?
Cooking, probably, yes.
But not magic.
That's
conjuring.
Right. And now I'm actually collecting. There's a lot of boys' book of conjuring out there, so I'm collecting a lot of old books, which is great.
It's beautiful. So this was right here in my hand is very
Yes.
instrumental in you becoming the person you are today.
That helped, yes, absolutely. With
the magic and
little
the
tricks
power
that
of a book.
Exactly.
that.
With the tricks that I got from Dad, which was great. And
So was your dad a magician?
no, he's an accountant.
Well,
He didn't juggle the books, but he's an accountant. But he was a budding magician as well. Like, I remember at my 40th, he made sure he learnt a few magic tricks, and he did. And I'm only 21.
How does that work out for maths?
Yes. Yes. No, and he was doing some tricks as a present to me in front of my friends at this party, which was great. But I got into magic. With those tricks Dad bought me, but I also went to magic school. And
Wait, how old are you when you can actually go to magic school? Like
well, look, I went when I was in my 20s, early 20s, and now I've got a magic school, the Australian School of Magic, which is great because I can now pass on my passions to the kids, which I love. You know, I love little Johnny coming up and, you know, saying thank you so much, or little Sally giving me a big hug, I remember a mother coming up and saying, look, I went and asked little Johnny how a particular trick was done, and he said, no, can't tell, because Cath said you got to keep the secret, because I get them to take the magic oath and the magic code.
Because that's a real thing, isn't it?
Absolutely. So look, I've done a lot through interwoven with the magic class as well. That was called the Unlimited Magic Unlimited magic class that I did down at Brunswick Street. And I did that for a couple of years, but I also worked as a clown. I started as a clown and a busker. I actually won Australia's Best Busker for juggling chickens. So that was very different.
Bet you no one else has got that title.
Yeah, thank you
and that
very
award,
much.
that accolade.
Yes.
Or have they?
Well, no,
Google that
no.
quickly. Does anybody else do that?
I think it's fine. I think it's
no, it'll be
fine.
Cath Jamison. Sorry about that.
I think it's fine. So I was juggling chickens and I was working as a busker.
So was this straight out of school? Like, at high school? Did you leave and go, right? I'm not going to go and I'm not going to follow in your footsteps, Dad, and be an accountant.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to be an entertainer.
Well, actually, I just back from that, I am actually a qualified gardener. So I was working at the Botanic Gardens doing an apprenticeship, and the Royal Botanic Gardens, and
that's where I got married.
Oh, I knew that. I'm telepathic. No, I'm kidding. That was beautiful there. Absolutely
it is like on the Tacoma lawn we got married. It is
gorgeous.
Just beautiful. I will never forget that day. It was superb.
And I love the little secrets about the place. Like, there's a particular tree that if you walk, it's just near the kiosk, if you walk around it, it's a huge old tree, there's a nail where the flood came up to the top of the nail. And but yeah, the gardens are absolutely beautiful. So I worked there.
So you trained to do that,
Yes,
and then you worked there out of school.
So while I was becoming a qualified gardener, I was being the busker and the clowning and all that sort of stuff, and dabbling in a little bit of magic, but you know, I didn't really do too much.
Were you thinking at that stage still it was kind of like, this is my hobby, this is just something I really enjoy doing and affecting people this way, not thinking for a second, this is going to be my actual career and flesh out more from that? I mean, that's fascinating.
Absolutely. Look, my dad was a bit of an entertainer. He used to dress up as Carmen Miranda. He'd put the plastic fruit on his head and entertain the three young girls there.
Nice.
So he was always the entertainer, and Mum as well, very out there. So so I did the gardening and did that, but then I moved into doing. I went to theatre school for 2 years, so I just put the magic aside and went into theatre school and learned how to do theatre.
You're the trained actor.
The trained actor, and that's when I met some good friends, and we put together a mask group, and we performed all around Australia. This 4 mask group. It's called Bale masks, and they're really tall, like this, you know, huge big white masks. And so we would do the Woodford Folk Festival, to the Rocks, to Sydney, to I think my favourite was the Melbourne Open, the tennis open. And in those days we were able to go and sit on centre court, not on centre court, in the seats, and there was these 4 masks. Characters just sitting there watching the tennis like this.
And they let you in?
They let us in.
That's hilarious. I'm not sure they would do that these days.
Not now, especially with the mask on.
I wonder if there's footage of that somewhere. I bet you there is.
Oh, it would be so fantastic. It was a few years ago.
That's very
cool. I worked as a masked worker for many years. I think too, my highlight was, as a career highlight, during that time, I toured around Australia with a Las Vegas magician. I was a guest act, one of the guest acts there. So I'm just going through the journey of theatre school and mask, and then still doing the magic as well. After the theatre school, I did the mask. I know so much was. That's why it's very confusing. There's so many things that are happening on different parallels.
It's all performance and entertainment based. Whether that's performing a magic trick, but you're not just. I've seen you do your thing, and I've seen footage of the various shows. You're not just doing something that's magic that is magic.
Yeah.
It is the whole show. It's the talking and your presence and your inclusion of everybody and the way you make people feel, and it's the whole thing. So whether it's 2 people, 1 person, you've done it with me, or as part of an ensemble, and I've seen you do that as well. Just to look at you, you're very striking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just bring it straight up. We see that, and then you start moving and talking and doing your thing, and it is really amazing to watch. I love it.
Thank you.
So you've incorporated all of these skills that you've learned along the way, and picking up probably some of the stuff that your dad has got in your head, and he's entertaining. That you bring all of that together.
Absolutely, because I also play 30 instruments.
Of course you do play 30 instruments.
But I, for many years, I think it was about 10 years, I was in a pipe band, Box Hill pipe band. So
I love the bagpipes.
Oh.
One of my best friends played the bagpipes for our wedding at the Botanic Gardens. There's too many connections here.
I tell you.
I can't believe it.
We were meant to be. We were meant to be.
I know. I feel it that night that we actually met. That I looked at you on stage and I thought, who is that? And then we met. It was like a performance, like a charity performance, and it was a big event, like a black tie fashion aid.
Yep.
And then we met outside afterwards, and we just kind of sidled up and went, hey, and then we just started talking, and that was the end of that.
Yep, that's right. I said, who's that amazing, beautiful woman over there with the incredible presence?
I said that about you.
No, I'm saying it about you.
We were just like,
we could do half an hour of this.
That was great.
Well, that's it. It's bringing in all those skills. I remember I did a show for the Fringe Festival many years ago.
Because I read you've done a lot of festivals.
Yes, Adelaide.
You have done small, medium, huge. You've performed for like well-known people. You've got people like Dawn French saying you're so fabulous. Tim Burton saying you're so fabulous. So a lot of people saying you perform, and I would say at very different venues, and they're watching you in a different way.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they?
Oh, look, I perform in so many different mediums.
And even corporate, you do corporate as well.
I do, from corporate to cabaret to your landry.
Oh, I love your cabaret stuff you're doing. We need to talk about that as well, because I think it's very fabulous.
But the bagpipes, I still play the bagpipes probably once a year at the New Year's Eve, but I actually last year, because of COVID, the night before, my partner said, why don't you play the bagpipes in the street, because you couldn't do it for Anzac Day.
Anzac Day, oh my God, I'm crying.
So what happened was, we were living in Mount Martha at that time, and we were in this dirt street, and I got into all my gear, which is actually my father's tartan kilt and my grandfather's hat, Tamajat. Oh, I've got to get that right. that name of that hat. There's a particular name. So I was wearing his hat and Dad's bottom, and so I had all that going. So I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning for a 5 o'clock playing the bagpipes in the street, And my beautiful neighbours over the road, Megan and her kids, came out, and Lauren and Andrew, and so the sun was rising, and the beautiful.
I'm getting goosebumps
and
now.
I'd play.
Literally, I'm getting goosebumps right now.
I piped up the family, Megan's family, up the street and back again, and played Amazing Grace on the top of Lauren and Andrew's balcony and section there, and then all these people writing on Facebook who are locals going, "Oh my God, we heard the bagpipes. Who was playing that?"
Oh.
But that was a real touching moment. Yeah, even though I have done parades and stuff like that.
But it's that being able to connect with people that you across the board do, just in all sorts of way, comedy, funny, a mate, whatever. But those sorts of things as well, you're really good at bringing it down. I mean, that's a really special thing to be able to gift somebody, and those kids will remember that forever. I feel a little bit lump in my throat from hearing that, quite frankly. I need a tissue or something. That's beautiful.
It does touch bagpipes, either, I love it or hate it. But a friend of mine
I love it.
rang me the other day and said, I just saw bagpipes on the news, and I remember you posting that on Facebook, and how, because she'd be at the parties too, that I'd be playing Old Lang Syne on New Year's Eve at Safety Beach there, the marina there, and fireworks are going off.
That's really special.
But so it is bringing in all those skills, but also connection with people as well.
Yeah, I think that's
really
underlying
respect people
the most important, or one of the most important, if not the most important, is about connection. And we talked about this probably the second time you and I met, and it was all about that. Because if you can't connect with your audience and people, then you don't really have a show, do you?
Oh,
you don't
absolutely.
You can be the best whatever,
Yeah.
but if you can't break it down and actually hone in, which is what you can do, then it's about feeling. It's about that feeling. It's about the heart and connecting with that, and you're very, very good at doing that.
Thank you. And that's what I feel with the mind reading, the mentalism, is that connection as well. And even with the COVID, I did a lot of online shows, and people still wanting to connect.
Wow.
But even now, when the gigs are now coming in after our big thing of it, I'm finding a lot of people want connection, escapism, fun, and magic.
Yeah.
But no, connections are an important thing. Can I try something on you?
Yes. Do I need both hands?
No.
No?
This
Stand
one I
by, stand
reckon, because we're talking about connection. Because we talk about how we're connected. So look, I'm going to try and I'm going to see if it's possible to read minds. All right, we're going to see.
Okay.
I wrote a word.
This is I did not know about this. Just FYI, this is new.
Yeah, I wrote a word early on this pad. Do you know the word I wrote? No?
No.
Oh my God, you're amazing. Okay,
that was I did not know that.
All right, I'm going to write something that just relates to you. Just look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. That's good. The eyes.
Oh my God, who did that?
Bill Britton. Okay, and that's your name, yeah?
Correct.
All right. Okay, look into my eyes for a sec. I'm going to write something that just relates to you. All right.
That's freaky.
I know it's really freaky. This is good. I think I've got it. I don't know. Put that away. All right, Toni. In a big loud voice so everybody can hear in land of television and
But I'm so
YouTube.
quiet.
Can you say a 2-digit number?
A 2-digit number?
2-digit number that just comes to you.
10.
10! You're not the woman I saw earlier. No. Is there a reason why you said 10?
I don't know. It was the first number that came to my head.
Oh. Well, maybe it is possible, because I wrote Toni will say 10. Here, I'll sign it. There you go. That's for you.
Oh my God!
I can't think.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Did you see that? That's beeped out. Oh my God.
People-
I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out.
Wow.
That was, can you see that?
Well, they pay me the big bucks. Okay.
I'm completely off my game now. That's
Alright.
Kat. That's amazing.
So that's all about connection, you know, and then the mind reading and stuff
How did
like
you
that.
know that?
I didn't get it. I was like, oh, this is awkward because
I know. I was thinking, oh my gosh.
I'm going to break it. The
I know.
career's done.
That's it. We
It's
have to
over.
cut it right there. And then I'm like, nah. And then you're like, and then I'm like,
Okay.
what the heck? Wow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
That is amazing. I'm like, that's amazing.
Now,
I'm
if
gonna
you
keep
put that under your pillow, you'll have 10 whatever you want.
Cats.
Is that what it is?
10 cats.
All right.
Maybe, I don't know, like maybe it is cats, like it's whatever.
Not the musical. But
Oh wow, that is very cool, Kat. Very cool.
So that's what I love is that connection. Because I remember when I was a kid, I'd go down to when we go to the airport, I'd be fascinated by the people that are coming back from trips and going, who are they? Where are they going? What's
Are we
their
the same
story?
person? I love that. I love that. I love being at airports and you're going, what? Where have they come? Why are they saying? Why has he got that look on his
Exactly.
face? Why is he wearing
Yeah.
that? Why is he? You're that. I love that.
Yeah.
And sitting in shopping centres and just watching people
Yeah.
go past and going,
Yeah.
I wonder why she looks a little bit sad, or
Yeah.
you know, and wondering
Yeah.
behind that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I love that sort of stuff, and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
who, what people are about, and who, what's their story? What's their, I mean, maybe we should have been writers, but
Maybe we should.
I
Maybe we
don't
still
know.
are. Who knows?
that's right.
You
that's
would
right.
know though, because you're.
Ah, yes.
Eh?
That's why I say telepathetic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I gradually went through, you know, I had the bagpipes going, I had the clowning and the busking and
masks and the
the
basking.
magic school and the magic school was great because then it, you know, led into other skills and of course, and I've been. Yeah, I play all my first instrument was the violin and then the flute and then you got tin whistle.
So that's interesting. So you've got all parts of your brain going, really, to be able to, because I can't play an instrument at all for anything, but you've got the creative, you've got the, I mean, I don't know, is being a magician technical? Well, it has to be somehow, you know, that whole kind of, it's really quite complicated.
Yeah, you have
Plus-
to be everything.
Yeah. Plus, you actually have to be the entertainer as well, and the comedian, and the actor, and the person that can work out if something's going right, wrong, gauge
Yeah.
that person. Someone's a bit too scared. You get that, you know. So
Oh yeah, especially when you get a volunteer up, you know, you have to look at, when I get on stage, while I'm talking, I'm actually scanning everybody.
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
who I can connect with, who'd be
Yeah.
good to get up, because, you know, I have had a couple of people, had a couple of drinks,
Yeah.
which that's where all the improvisational skills come in.
yeah.
you know,
So
when
your
you're
theatre
dealing
has
with
set
people.
you in good stead.
Yeah. But I think, you know, I've also worked on a show which I had so much fun, was being a pirate at Polly Woodside for Glenn Elston's Melbourne Shakespeare Company. And so I got to play this gypsy pirate with a pirate hat.
Oh my God, you would be fabulous.
on the Polly Woodside.
Yes.
And doing, you know, magic with the map and just, you know, on the bow, doing all the scripting. I
You
loved
hated it. She hated
No.
it because it was so
I
like
loved it.
not you.
Well, it is me because
So that's what I mean. It's the opposite. You would have been fantastic
But
at
also
it.
my background, because my parents, when they looked into my family ancestry, we found our ancestors were hung for piracy. That's when they stopped.
Oh.
But they were hung for piracy.
Oh.
Not video piracy, but piracy.
I bet
So
you they were nice pirates though.
I hope so.
Yeah, no, they were nice pirates.
Nice.
They were like only like stealing fruit and that.
Like Keira Knightley's part, you know.
Yeah, like cool pirates.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Gina, what's her name? Okay. And pause.
And I don't know who that is. I don't know.
You will when I say her name, Gina, but I've forgotten. So I've forgotten her name. But so I've got all these different skills and different shows. I love being in different shows. I've had my own shows, which is I actually got a grant from I've had 2 grants from one from City of Melbourne, for my show Secret Life of a Woman, and that was at Dracula's, and that was about the old theatres in the 1800s in Melbourne, and also the Fox sisters, who were spiritualist magicians, spiritualists in the 1800s.
In Melbourne?
In America, that was based on them.
Yeah.
But it was also talked about the ghosts of the different theatres, and Dracula's, actually, the old Dracula's theatre in North Melbourne there, I think.
Yeah, North Melbourne.
Had a ghost, and it was a little girl, because I think she fell in a vat of oil or something like that. But I remember rehearsing, and there was this things happening.
Really?
Yeah. And I have a connection. I just, because my partner and I, we ghost hunt. We love ghost hunting. And
of course you do.
Yeah. I love the spirits vodka.
Yes.
And
love it.
but I just love all that, going to old buildings and just really sensing, because I got to.
Have you been to Ballarat? Insane Asylum?
Arrowdale?
Arrowdale.
No, but we went to Beechworth. That's another story.
Oh, because that's fascinating.
Yeah, because, well, getting on to that, there's three asylums. There's Arrowdale, Beechworth and Kew. And all three were built at the same time and stopped at the same time. And they're all built on a hill, because it was healthier. And I always remember they've got it's called the Ha-Ha Wall. H-A-H-A wall that goes around, and what happens is on the outside it looks like a short wall, but when you're inside it's got this moat. And I remember at Beechworth, oh my God, because my partner and I, we went camping one day, and then that night we went, hey, let's go to Beechworth and go
in
to the
night.
asylum.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But it was only us two and the guide, who was dressed up as a lunatic guy, and I said, don't worry about your costume and character, don't worry. It's just us.
It's just don't worry about it.
Anyway, he started talking, we're outside, and ready to take us inside, and he said, talking away, and I said, oh look, you've got your cohort in the window there, and because I saw this lady with this matron outfit, and there was no one else on the premises, but then he took us inside, and oh my God, it was pretty scary, being just him. We were trusting of this guy, because that's a huge asylum, which is the same as Arrowdale. There. But I think a lot.
And at night.
Oh my God, it was very scary.
Freaky.
But but when I went around Australia with Chuck Jones, this Las Vegas magician, we performed in some amazing old theatres. But even, I think it was in Brisbane, where the Brisbane Festival Centre or Theatre, where the Beatles performed, that was very haunted. But the one that really got me was in Launceston. I think it was the Princess Theatre, don't quote me, and I was performing away, and the next trick just landed on the floor, and I thought that was weird, because it just suddenly did it. But the scariest one was Kalgoorlie, performing in Kalgoorlie, because we started at Cairns, worked all the way to Kalgoorlie, Tasmania, road trip, planes, you
name it. Jet setting around internationally, bloody everywhere.
Tasmania. And
I went across the ocean. I was overseas at Tasmania.
Right. But the tech guys, they slammed the door. I was in the cellar, and they slammed the door, and it was
pitch black. Can't even see your hands.
Can't see. Scary as, and that's when I sort of really felt something. But it was such a privilege to work at all these major theatres around. even the Melbourne Town Hall. I love it.
Yeah.
I remember this show that I'm working on with Aurora Kurth. We've been rehearsing at
this is the Sass and Secrets.
Sass and Secrets.
Sass and Secrets. I can't wait to see that. I'm going down to Ballarat to watch it.
It is so much fun, this show. I'm working with a good friend of mine called Aurora Kurth, who's an incredible singer. The pipes on her are amazing, and she's just got it all. She's got it all. Cabaret,
she's a
cabaret,
star,
and she is so funny.
So 2 stars. Amazing.
Well,
You and
that's how
her
we
just
would-
like, nah.
Yeah, we're like these two powerhouse women on stage. I'm
can
doing all the
imagine.
magic and
Yeah.
mind reading, but we combine as well, you know, because we went to the same. We both went to John Bolton Theatre School, so we know about impro and we go in the audience, and which has been a bit hard with COVID last time.
Yeah.
But we were rehearsing at Dalesford Town Hall, and oh my God, there's a few things going on there. That's for sure.
Really?
Yeah, but this is it. There's some amazing little, like Clunes Town Hall, there's amazing little town halls around Victoria that we don't know about,
Yeah.
that have incredible murals, you know, it's great. But Sass and Secrets, yeah, it's a show that I have so much fun with, Aurora.
And so what is the sort of the idea around Sass and Secrets?
Well, you know, we're just up there having fun. You know, Aurora sings, I do the magic, but you know, there's a bit of character play there. I've got higher status than her most of the time, so she's running around.
It's fun as well.
It's fun. It's
and you include the audience a little bit,
yes.
and so you go along. So say if we were to go along,
Yes.
and we go, what are we doing? We're not just going to stand up in a seat back there. We're going to be part of this
Absolutely.
show,
I mean, look, you know,
or as part as much as you want
As
to.
you
Don't
want
put your
to,
hand up,
yes,
because you
yeah.
would probably pick out the people that go, no, don't
no,
touch
I
me.
actually don't pick them.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You would
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't touch me, because you would know that,
would sense
and you would be
that, yeah.
going for the people that
Yeah.
you feel would be open to
Yes.
being part of it and enjoying that role of being there.
Because they've got to be part of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, they're the ones who just want to sit back and, you know, that's
Yep,
still
watch it.
being part of it.
That would be my
But
husband,
yeah.
and then I'd be all going, yes, tell me about it. Yeah.
Oh, I just had a moment. Hold on. Yeah, hold
Another
on.
bit of magic. Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Can you just put that in your pocket? I just had a moment. Can you just
In my pocket? Okay, in the pocket here.
Yeah, in the pocket.
In the pocket.
I just felt like I needed to give you something.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, and it was interesting because we were going to go on cruise ships, a cruise ship around about I think it was March last year, March, April. But then of course COVID hit and we didn't get to do it.
And it was shut down.
We
were shut down.
But we've connected with these two guys, Braden and Lucas, so from BL Entertainment Solutions. And what we're doing is we've got this project going where we're going, you know, 50-50 working on it. And they're a lighting and sound company. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it around regionally, this show. And we're aiming around about November, so we're starting in Ballarat. But we've got some great moments in this show coming up. I'm really excited about it. You know, when Aurora, you should have seen Aurora get so excited talking to these guys. When she said, I want a mirror ball, they go, what size?
Oh.
I know.
And how big's the mirror ball though? That would be very
It's going to get bigger and whatever size.
Very cool.
And of
very
course
cool.
Aurora's just like, oh my God.
And there is nothing like being, like, it's great watching movies, but it's just, there's nothing like live theatre. There's nothing like seeing someone
Yeah.
in a space and it's darker and
Yeah.
you're there, you're enjoying, and you actually feel the energy. Because we were talking about connection,
Yes.
but energy is real. It's real, you know. It exists because you can tell when you walk into a room and there's bad energy,
Yeah.
great energy, tingly energy, you know, or
Yeah.
sad energy. Like it really is a thing. It's not just in your head.
Yeah.
You know, it really does exist. So to be going to a show that is, you know, got both you and Aurora and her singing and you do that and the lights and would be really quite spectacular, I would imagine.
Oh, it covers everything, you know, and even Aurora flirts with the guys, I flirt with the girls, we flirt with each other. I don't know, it's just,
I love it.
It's just a sexy,
Improv,
fun,
theatre, everything. Do you get to play any
cheeky.
instruments?
No.
Oh, not
I've
even
wanted to bring the bagpipes in, but we
I
haven't.
feel like you need a bagpipe. And so like your career spanning everything, you've got so many awards. You've been on TV shows everywhere. You've been on every radio station. You're I think I snuck a little peeky sneak of you on a magazine in the supermarket recently.
Oh,
you were
did you?
in there.
Yes,
Oh, that's Cath.
that was
that's
take
Cath
5.
Jamison. Oh my gosh. You're
Yes,
everywhere.
on the cover. I made it to the cover. Actually, that's the second time I've been on in Take 5, and I was on the cover and an article inside. Yeah, that was great. So from Women's Weekly to The Age to Herald Sun. Yeah, I've
And I love this. I love that you've actually dictated the terms of what you're doing, and done it with so much drive and force. And you are. I mean, very much a force of nature, aren't you, Cath?
Thank you,
You know,
Toni.
your presence, you know, you go, oh my God, you know, that's the thing that draws people in. But you've gone, I am going to do all these kind of, and I guess they are really unconventional things to be doing. I mean, a clown and doing, you know, you're an entertainer, and I'll play the bagpipes, and also I'll play 29 other instruments as well. And I'll keep doing this. And then I'll connect with other people, and we'll make up some other magic, you know, and I mean that loosely, like we'll make some magic, we'll make some show, and we'll do this. And so does your brain, you know, where do you get these ideas from? You know, like, do you just sort of driving along and go, oh, I've got this can be a thing, I've got it now.
Yeah. Look, it can hit you at any moment, but I used to get quite inspired by a song and put an act to a song. I love taking people on a journey. I remember having a revelation when I was doing Palladium show, Crown Casino, and
I love a bit of Crown.
Yeah,
on many shows.
On the Palladium stage there was a corporate show, and I realised, because I went, what am I doing? Because I like to have a bit of a reason why am I there? Not that the audience needs to know this, you know, it's for me.
Yeah,
it's for me to connect with my own work. I take people on a roller coaster journey of emotions, and it's also a reflection of me, you know, because I'm a big kid, so I love a sense of play, but also hitting the deeper side of things as well. And I found that my shows are like meeting someone at a party. You're at a party, you start talking, and you do a few jokes, and you know, you get to know each other, and then you hit them with, oh my God, I just broke up with, you know, at the end of the night you say that. You don't want to hit someone with, oh my God, I just broke up with someone. They're going to walk off.
Yes.
Yeah. So I always hit them with, I make it snow at the end to this beautiful piece of music, and it just snows on people. I make it snow on people as well. And that's when it just hits them with the oh my God, you know, because you've taken them on the laughter, and then around, and then the serious, and then the thinking, and then you just end with the making a beautiful snow thing, because it's talking about my childhood as well, you know, is connecting, and why, and again, you don't need to know that, but it's about me. Why am I there? And so it brings all different parts of me. And you know, I was actually quite inspired by someone like Katie Lang. I know. Katie Lang.
She's divine.
Love
Katie.
You think about her way back when, a bit too young for over there, might be a bit young for this, but you know, Katie Lang had these crazy costumes, and she was out there and doing all these characters and stuff. And I will never forget her standing on stage, because I saw her a few times, but I remember seeing her standing on stage with Tony Bennett, barefoot, and just singing purely. But you could see that all those characters, you know, it's like me taking my mask off, my clown makeup, all those characters were still there, but in a pure form. And that's what I was inspired by, you know, is actually bringing out all that sort of stuff. But
I understand that. And so what do you think you'd like to be doing in, say, 5 years? Doing this still? Bringing the magic and touching people's lives, and still working across lots of different industries as well. So, you know, I could book you for a gig for a party or a corporate something to help break the ice, but then if somebody's, you know, a big producer's got a show that they want to put on, or you're going to be an actor somewhere, or there's a festival somewhere, you could be doing anything.
I could be placed into a show, you know, as well as being a a producer and a director, magic director as well, a magic consultant. But I can be, like with the pirate show, I can be taken up and put it into that show as well. I've been in other theatre shows.
I think it would be quite easy to write a character around you, just as you.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Like someone meets you and goes, oh my God, I need to write down, this is her and she's doing this, and and that would be you. You know, you're that kind of special person.
And I think also a point to make that I wanted to get to before was, you know, I've been in two industries where it's very male dominated. So, you know, I just going back, I know I'm going back to what you were talking about before about, you know, how I've chosen my own path of how I want to do things. I remember an old magician going, oh, you should do the silks and doves, and which, you know, I was the dove whisperer of Australia, making doves appear and stuff. But doves. Anyway, I was the dove whisperer. But he would say, oh, you know, you got to do all this nice, you know, and wear the dress and all that sort of stuff.
And you went,
yeah, I actually then went and learned how to eat razor blades. Yeah. So, you know, I'm like style with an edge.
Yes.
But I still did the doves, but I did things my way. You know, I brought in all those aspects of my personality to go, this is who I am. And so I've been in two careers, you know, being a gardener, you know, that was a very male dominated career, and then the magic world. And I've been very fortunate to have amazing magicians mentor me, male magicians mentor me, or be friends, and we have magic jams and all that.
I would love to be at that party when you're all sitting around having a magic jam.
My partner doesn't like that. It's like, I don't want to hear about it.
Oh my God, that would be fascinating.
It's
There's a whole thing around that. Yeah,
you got to do a secret knock on the door and stuff like that.
I bet you do.
But the one guy that I've been inspired by and mentored is a guy called Raymond Crowe, and I don't know if you know the guy that did you've seen Hand Shadows to a Wonderful World.
No.
He does this amazing act, and he's in from Adelaide, and he's been in The Illusionist, travelling the world, but he performed for the Queen at the Royal Command performance. He's been on Letterman as well, so he's been on these, you know, big shows around in the American shows, and he's a really humble guy, and his talent speaks for himself.
He doesn't have to tell people how good he is.
And he is amazing. You know, I used to help him when he'd do his corporate gigs, and he's like this little guy with tails, and he goes on stage, does this, and some magic as well, but he would have thousands of people on their feet because he's so incredibly amazing. So, you know, I was very inspired by him as well. But also, yes, so I've been in several books, and one of them was written by Joanne Brookfield called No Apologies, and that was about women in comedy, and I think she launched that 2 years ago.
Because that's a tough gig. There's so many amazing female comedians.
Yes, and there's so many stories, you know, to actually break through. Those. So, you know, and I think the thing is just be yourself. I think that's what it all comes down to, you know. Just believe in what your dream is and go for it. You know, look, whether you're male or female,
regardless, because there is always going to be somebody, whether it is, you know, whichever gender is going to say it, there's always going to be someone that says, no, you can't do that. And you're here to say,
wear this.
I will do exactly what I want to do. And I like that. And I think as I get older, I definitely, you know, and I talk about this on a lot of the shows, that as I get older, I give less shits about, you know, what people think of me. And if you enjoy, you know, what I do, how I do it, great, come along, help. You know, it's wonderful that you're watching it. If you don't, if you feel the need to make, you know, comments that aren't very nice or whatever, you don't have to be part of it. That's okay too, because I'm doing me, and you definitely underscore bold in capitals and in italics, you do you. You know, there you are to prove that that's exactly how you've done it, and you've done it in a male male-dominated industry, and you've been very successful at it for that's going to get beeped out, for a very long time, and you're still here, and I think that in itself is pretty incredible. So, you know, you'll be doing...
And you're going to have moments. I had a moment, you know, with the trolls on terrible comments because, you know, I was on Australia's Got Talent, and that's with the Dawn French thing.
And Dawn French said, tell me what she said. Hang on, love her. She is fantastic. I want more. And I think she did too.
She was so good. I was the last act for the day, and I was on at about 11:30 at night.
Oh my gosh.
So I'd been there about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning for the taping.
Lovely.
Waiting for my big moment. And I was the last act. Anyway, and I'm a big fan of Dawn French. And I remember, you know, they had a break just before me and they needed it, I think. And she was heading to the toilets. And the first thing I say to her, are you going to the toilet? You're like, oh. You know, and then I get on stage, I do my thing, and she's going, oh my God, that was the best thing. I love it. I want it. I love you. And I went, I love you. So, you know, I had this amazing connection with her. So she's, that meant a lot to me.
I bet it did. I would have treasured that forever.
And it never made TV. I got through. I had, you know, the costume fitting and everything, but it never. Look, I'm fine.
That's moment the thing with TV, isn't it? It's you just never know until it's actually on there.
Yeah.
Anything could happen, no matter. Yeah. And but that's the thing, you know. Outside of that, you would have gone. It doesn't really matter.
No.
Because I know what I experienced. I know I gave it all. So you know that is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's all about. You're not doing it to make sure everybody knows about it. You're doing it for you. And
the audience do it for me too. You know, even though I've done a couple of live gigs since the lockdowns and the COVID stuff, because, you know, I was doing quite a few of those online, as I said. I did a gig recently where people were just having such a great time. I even had this moment where this guy gave me $20 and said, oh my God, that's the best thing I've seen. Here's $20. You know, I love that. But the connection, and it was that thing of, as I'm saying, you know, all the bookings these days we just want our guests to have fun and be taken out of this incredible world we had last year. You know, so where it was just very intense world that is still going, but I love bringing that joy to those people, you know, and those people giving that back to me too, and I miss the laughing and interaction and, you know, everyone being a big kid and getting into it, you know.
Well, we will put all of your details, including this new show with Aurora, and links to your YouTube, so you can actually see how Cath creates. Well, no, not creates the magic, because that's giving away secrets. That's an oath that you have to take, isn't it?
Yes, I can't.
You actually do take an oath, though, as a magician, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it? Can you tell us even how you do the oath? Like, is it?
It's a secret oath.
Okay, so.
But we can do a trick now if you want.
Oh yeah, go on then.
Do you want to do a trick?
Yes.
All right.
Before we go, and we're going to put Cath's all her website and her YouTube and everything, because you need to see. You just need to see her, and we'll tell you how you can get in touch with her for your next gig as well, big or small. She's amazing.
Or even teaching magic with the Australian School of Magic.
And the Australian School of Magic. That's amazing. Yeah. Maybe you can come to schools. Can you come to school?
I can come to all schools. Yeah.
Okay, that's a thing. All right.
A lot of kids I teach these days are 5 to 13, but I also teach. I can teach anyone. But let's try one more thing. Okay, you take this deck of cards. All right, what I want you to do is take out the deck of cards out of the box. All right.
And the whole deck?
Whole deck, and just hand me the box. All right, that's good. Now, what I want you to do is just fan them out towards you.
Like, just so we see the numbers?
Yes, so you see that's it, the faces. Now, they're all different, yes? Yeah, they're all mixed up and different.
Yes, they're all over the
Okay.
place. There's lots of different numbers
You
and
could show it to the
symbols.
camera if you want. There you go.
They're like all different
Okay,
mixed up
and square it
colours.
up. Square them up, that's it, and turn them face down. Now what I want you to do is put your hand up like this. Actually, what we'll do is we'll do something different. We'll just mix them up a bit. Just take a few and mix them around. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Cool how I know how to shuffle.
Yeah, good. That'll do.
Oh, how fabulous.
All right, now square them up again. All right. Now put your hand up like this and have the cards like this.
Like that?
Yeah, that's it. Put your hand up like this and go, voila.
Voila.
See, I just wanted to see you do that. Okay, now take your hand and just grab a stack where you feel, just bring it up and look at hold it to yourself. Yeah, I'll look away. You have a look at it. Okay?
Yep. Shall I show the camera or not?
Yeah, show the camera if you want. Not that I can see it. All right, now put them back and put them back in. Yeah,
Straight
put them
on the top?
straight on top and put it in the box. Okay? All right, now.
I'm watching this like a hawk, by the way, viewers.
That's
like
all right.
a
We'll just put them there. I haven't got them. Now, the thing is, I didn't handle the cards, did I? So it's all
Negative, you did not
You
handle
handled
the
the
cards.
cards.
You gave me the
so
cards.
I didn't do any
I
secret moves or anything like that. They were all different.
Correct.
You had a look at the card. All right.
Yes,
so
I did.
it's
I did
all
not
you.
show you. Yes.
All right. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try and get into your mind. I'm going to take a wild guess here. Your card is either red or black. Am I right?
Brilliant.
Thank you very much. Oh, it's my colours. Look
Oh my
at
God.
that.
Yes, it's right.
Okay, just think of I want you to visualise the card, have it in your mind. Okay, I'm just going to take it from your mind and put it. All right, I'm going to go with. Actually, I'm not even going to say it. Can you take out what's in your pocket? And can you read that? What it says? And show, and show the camera.
Why's it got goosebumps?
You will think of the 7 of Hearts. Am I correct?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
You got 2 sevens.
Yeah, that's
I'm bringing out. That's so good. Cath, you're amazing. It was the 7 of Hearts. It was the 7 of Hearts. You didn't, going back, you didn't look at it.
Nope.
You gave them to me.
You did it
I
all.
did it. That's amazing.
you.
That was like totally unplanned.
You mixed them up. I didn't touch them.
I mixed them up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm really impressed. So there you go. That's why you want to just, get on board with this lady because it's going to blow your mind.
That's for you. That's a
that's
present.
mine. Thank you so much for coming in today
My
and
pleasure.
blowing my mind twice. Not once, but twice. You're amazing. Thank you, Cath.
Thank you. Thank you for having
Mwah.
me. Mwah.